What's going on, Virgo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a business spread, Virgo, and all the ways that we can help you make that abundance and just spread that love around. Just sharing the love. I'm still working on the intro if you can't tell. So there's that for you, Virgo. And then just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the shenanigans with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Virgo. So Virgo, with this spread, I'm going to be going till Higher Self says stop. We're just going with the flow. Ooh. Look at you. And just so you all know, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for all of them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Virgo. Oh, that was supposed to be more smooth. But Virgo, I imagine you're handling this slingshot a lot more smoothly here because you got the 5th card of Aries, which is a slingshot, which is a card of tension, strain, sudden anxiety, pressure, launch, stressed, pull, set in motion, focus, begin, force, change, pulled in opposite directions, ready, aim, fire. So Virgo, I feel that just kind of on a base level, because I feel it doesn't matter if you're in work, or if you own a job, or if you're working for someone. I feel that if we're in a place where we've been in just like really high anxiety, really kind of high tension, stressed out, making sure that we take time to rest, one, but also, Virgo, it's one thing that if we're like stressed, tension, strained, if it's like a busy time, that's one thing. I get it, every now and again, like kind of having those peak seasons or whatever. But if we've been feeling, a lot of these feelings, maybe just kind of in general, and it's been going like for like a while, because to be in that constant stressed anxiety all the time, it really does. At a certain point, it does become like a slingshot, because if we keep holding that in and holding that in, holding that in, the thing that makes a snap may not warrant the reaction that it may be given from all that pent up stress and anxiety, Virgo. So if we've on a lighter note, like if it's just like in the weeds, again, make sure we're resting. But if this is a little bit bigger than that, Virgo, not that I would say to quit your job, abandon your business, anything like that. I'd say first, let's pay attention to how we're doing things. Are we doing things, are things running as efficiently as they could? Or are there some areas where maybe if we own a place, can we start delegating some things? Maybe even thinking about expanding the team some, if that makes sense. Or if we're working somewhere, again, if you let's say you're that employee that who just pretty much can handle it all, but it stresses you out sometimes. Virgo, not being allowed to delegate. Because here's the thing, Virgo, sometimes I would, and this is just kind of like I would feel sometimes maybe with your energy that Virgos are very much like go-getters. I feel like it doesn't take, you don't really have to talk a Virgo into to getting things done, if that makes sense, But I feel, Virgo, if we're afraid to delegate, for example, because we're worried about the quality that other people might bring it, that they're not going to bring it like how you bring it. Well, of course not, Virgo, because we're not a Virgo, one. But sometimes too, if we deprive people of the chance to rise up, then they're just going to stay in that same place. And it doesn't matter if you're working with amongst employees or co-workers or owning, or own your own business. If we don't extend that trust, or and see if the person can deliver to the degree that you're not, then you'll never know. And here's the thing, Virgo, even when we delegate, and let's say the person doesn't do it like you would want them to, then look at that. We have a lovely opportunity for some like a discussion, or like some reflection. It's just like, hey, I saw that you were doing this way here. One way that I find is really easy for me is doing blah 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 blah. But does that make sense for you? How would you go about? And then we can like kind of brainstorm and who knows, maybe something beautiful, the new thing will come out of this this little brainstorming session that you had here. You maybe you never know, Virgo, but. I feel like if we're somewhere we're worried that people aren't going to bring it, just give them the chance to bring it. But let's get into some tarot here so we can get some more on this situation. Interesting. Okay, so you got the Page of Swords here to start, and that can be, Virgo, very anxious energy, because the Page of Swords is just like thinking a lot. Maybe you got like a lot of new ideas, or maybe something along those lines. But Virgo, how do I want to put this? Again, I feel like just like if we're really anxious, doing some things that can kind of quiet the mind, whether that be like when you get home, maybe like instead of like if we happen to like scroll through like social media or like watch the news or anything like that, just being mindful of like any kind of stressors, maybe like read like a book, or maybe let's adjust the lighting a little bit in our place, or putting on some relaxing music or something along those lines. Because even when I'm thinking with the Page of Swords, he can be, like a card of just like ideas popping up and like epiphanies and things. But it's hard for us to hear those ideas and to see what other new possible directions we could actually put into motion if we're under that pressure, if we're under that strain, if we haven't given our brains a time to just like kind of decompress and just sort of relax for a second. So yeah, just being mindful of that type of stuff there, Virgo. Let's see what just thinking too, just seeing with this set in motion, Virgo, if we've had let's get off that stress for a second. If we've had some ideas that we've been wanting to cook up for a while, or maybe something that we've been wanting to begin, give those ideas a shot, Virgo, because the only crazy ideas are the ones not implemented right now. The ones, if we just keep that stuff in our head right now, you may be sitting on gold, Virgo. And I feel that this could be a good time for you. Take those ideas, ready, aim, fire, and see where it goes, More. Let's see what else we got, Virgo. All right, King of Cups, I'm with it. That one too, okay. Six of Pentacles, yeah. Two of Pentacles, okay. More. Okay, so we got King of Cups. Ooh, okay, hold up. Small reversal storm here. Because we got Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups, and Six of Pentacles in reverse, and then we got the Two of Pentacles upright. And Virgo, this is kind of pretty much everything I was talking about. If we've been feeling stressed out and it's just been seeming like it's just been kind of like a lot been going down, it's kind of like back to back to back to back stuff, and it's gotten us to where we're just kind of feeling imbalanced. Our emotions are a little frazzled. Just heads all over the place. I feel that these energies are saying, how do we get ourselves out of this state of tension? How do we get out of the strain, this anxiety all the time? This could be something, Virgo, maybe just an idea for you, especially if we like own our company, or even if we're working at a place and, an idea to pitch. If we work in like a high stress environment or something along those lines, maybe see if they can incorporate some maybe little pockets of like relaxation time, like little Zen, little 30-minute blocks or 15-minute blocks, or just something that you can just kind of get out of your head and just kind of be for a second to recoup, so that you can start working on your fortune again, and really making the energies work for you. Because I find that when we're in a more calm place, because and this is no judgment-free zone, but I always thought it was very, or no, that story is actually not relevant, but what is relevant is when we're, again, if we're in a calm place, I feel that the manifestation and the flow just works a lot smoother when we're just in a more zen state. Because think about the King of Cups. He's throned on an ocean here. And if you were to focus like in stress on everything that's going down in the ocean, he would never come back up for air because there's just so much going down. But when he takes time, he doesn't attach to, because here's the thing, it's just like, this has kind of been like a theme that's been kind of coming up. It's like sometimes when we're been in stressful situations or anxiety, we tell ourselves, I'm stressed, I'm anxious, I'm this. And no, you're not, Virgo. You're not any of those things. You're feeling stressed, you're feeling anxious. And then when we're able to detach in that aspect, then it gives us a chance to analyze this, because it's like, okay, why am I feeling so stressed? Oh, because of X, Y, and Z. How can I alleviate? You see, now the energies are cooking a little bit better. So I hope that makes sense, but I think we're good here. So let's get some more oracle cards. Interesting. And you know, Virgo, actually, because I was just thinking of something with this pressure, looking at this card, and this just kind of confirmed that. Virgo, be mindful of putting yourself under unnecessary pressure too, because I find that sometimes, especially when we like start somewhere new, we want to be so eager to perform that we put this, and not even that, like it's not pressure, I feel like, from others. It's like that pressure on top of like our own type of pressure. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and you know, afraid that we're not going to perform, like, you know, solve all the problems like on our first day, you know, and just like be mindful of putting like unnecessary pressure under yourself, you know, especially if we're starting something new. Give yourself some time to go with the flow, to learn how things work first, okay? But with your next card, you got the second card of Libras here, which is the ostrich trap. Well, this card is so funny. But the ostrich trap is a card of avoidance, closed-mindedness, refusing to face reality, evade, feeling threatened, fake out, inhibit, fear-based thinking, steer clear, run for cover, just a conspiracy theory. And you know, Virgo, I'm just thinking with this like kind of like refuse to face reality, or like avoidance, you know, maybe like fear-based thinking. I kind of feel with this energy that for some of us, if we're staying in a high, you know, like if we've been like stressed out and like our job is like we're exhausted, but we're afraid to move because of maybe like, you know, consider, you know, Uranus has been in Taurus for a while. There's been just like, just been kind of rocky stuff all over the place. Finances are changing, housing market, all of the stress. If we're putting up with something just because of that, Virgo, I feel like try not to let fear-based thinking or anything like that keep you from making a move, you know, especially if it's, because here's the thing, you stay under that constant state of stress, that is going to affect your health in the long run, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, it may not feel like it right now, but it does. It just over time, that constant stress on the body is just, it's a lot, you know. And if we're staying at a place, this again, because out of fear, then I feel that it's, you know, sit with that, Virgo. Why, again, you are not afraid. If you're thinking like, I'm afraid of doing this, no, you're feeling fear. And why are you feeling that? Because, you know, like, because maybe changing, you know, situations may feel kind of unknown. Maybe you've been at this company for a long time, and the thought of learning something new, you don't want to get into something new, but just something to be mindful of, you know, like not staying stuck in a situation because we feel like we have to stay in this, you know, because I feel like you can always change your situation whenever you are ready, Virgo. But I feel like this too, you know, just like this is more kind of the energy that I'm getting. If we've been feeling like kind of like trapped in a place, or, you know, because like it's like let's get some let's get some tarot on this, Virgo. But that's what I'm feeling. It's like maybe we're staying in a stressful or something that we don't like just because of fear of the unknown, or fear of maybe taking really taking control of our destiny here, Virgo. Which, I mean, I get it. It can that's can be a frightening thing, but it is also an empowering thing when we do realize that, when we get our head out of this little bucket here and see the sunlight, and that we can achieve, whatever it is our heart's desires. It's like, but yeah, let's get some tarot on this. So we got the Two of Cups in reverse here, and then we got the Emperor. And, Virgo, this is kind of what I was talking about. If we're afraid, if things are not feeling harmonious with what we're doing right now, and because I almost feel like that this is like you're kind of stuck between like a rock and a hard place, because it's like you want to make a move, but it's like maybe you feel like all of the moves don't make sense, or that like because there's not a clear way to go. It's just like we've just kind of like we've trapped ourselves. But Virgo, come on, Aries is here, and this is to show, like, if it feels like if it feels like you don't have a way, then it's time for you to make a way, Ready, aim, fire. and pave a new way, Virgo. Get yourself out of this trap, because this could be, like, because even I'm thinking like the refusing to face reality. I feel like a big question that especially in business, it's just like, are you happy? Is this filling all of your cups? Is this resonating with you? And not even just like what you're doing, because if what you're doing resonates with you, is the environment that I'm in resonating it? It's how this thing is being done. Is that where I see this journey going? Is that how I pictured Wheel of Fortune? And if not, again, it's time to embody your own world here. It's time to create, manifest, to bring in some freshness, bring in this change. Take control of this wheel. And Virgo, just thinking about this. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, Aries energy. Jupiter is going to be in Aries until the 15th of May. If we want to make a shift, now is a spectacular time. And honestly, even going forward, even when the energy is gone, we still have that lesson to learn from. That during this time, Jupiter is like, fortune favors the bold. And especially with the innovative times that we're getting into, go get it, Virgo. Don't let anyone don't let anyone or any situation make you feel like that you're trapped. You can always get out of this, Virgo. And you especially, Virgo, you can get out of this stuff here. You just need to, I feel like it's really just sitting down and getting a game plan, and then follow through, So more, let's see. Let's get some more on this, Virgo. So you got Four of Cups and Four Cups in reverse, and then you got the Four of Swords upright. So Virgo, take some time and think about this, especially if this is resonating with you. Take some times or take multiple times and then think about it if we need to. And when we take that leap, Virgo, if this is something where, again, if this is resonating with you and decide to take that leap, just being open to the signs, it's going to feel, things are going to feel a little uncomfortable at first, but it's all going to line up together. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like with this Four of Cups, it's really, because you see here how it's like the universe is trying to present her, because that's the Ace of Cups, or it's just like another cup, but it's like the universe is trying to present her with like a new opportunity. It's like, okay, Virgo, I'm pretty sure this is what your heart's desire, but if we keep ignoring the signs, then we're just gonna, we're gonna stay stuck. So really, take some time and meditate. And if there's been like some kind of that inner voice is trying to pull you somewhere different, somewhere new. Explore that, Virgo. And again, you don't have to quit your job to do it. You can, maybe this is something, maybe go part-time at your place while you're journeying this. However you need to make it work. But if just, really on a grand scheme of things, no matter where we're resonating at with this situation, if we've just been under a constant state of stress, Virgo, take some time and just get your mind right. Get yourself back to where your head's, where we're operating at our most efficient. You know what I mean? Any more? Alrighty. Let's get some more oracle cards. Oh, there we go. Any more? Okay. Alrighty. So last card here, Virgo. Got the 7th card of Gemini. And look at you. You're looking like a brand new car. You got the convertible here. Which, look at this, Virgo. Oh, how lovely. Look at what happens when we rest up and start following our dreams. Many options, free will, adjacent possibilities, choices, flexibility, adaptable, potential, change, freedom, enjoyment, two-faced, going with the wind, alternatives, and preferences. And Virgo, this is what happens when we focus on, I feel like, areas that don't stress us out anymore, because it's one thing to just have stress, if you got like maybe deadlines to meet or something like that. But if we're just stressed out all the time, how do we get out of that? Because Virgo, there are so many opportunities out there, and I feel like this is just the beginning, especially with where the times are going. There are only going to be more and more choices, and this is going to be a great time. Because think too, Virgo, of the earth signs, earth energy really knows how to manifest in this realm, but of the earth signs, you're the mutable earth sign, and that means that you are the most flexible of the 3. You have the ability to adapt with this change and manifest in a way that it's unreal. You can make your own options. You have the free will to get out of these situations. It's just believing that you can create this bridge and create these paths here, because you can, Virgo. And if we feel that we can't, maybe this is something where you got quite a few people. Well, you got like 3 people, but you got some pretty wise people here. Maybe hit up some people, get some advice. Maybe this is something where maybe we partner with some people, work with something. But I feel that this is a time to get your freedom back, Virgo, and allow yourself, because we really are in an age where you can do whatever it is that you want, and we have and it's not even because maybe some of us, just with all these options, we might be thinking about resources, possibly. Well, don't focus on what you don't have, Virgo, because if you do that, then that's not going to keep this wheel moving. You're just going to, it's just going to keep you stuck and anxious and stressed. And how's that working out for you? But if we focus on, okay, I may not, if anything, these things that you don't have, what can you acquire? Maybe what are some, what was that? Adjacent possibilities, some alternative options that we can work with. Gemini energy, duality. Gemini, Virgo, I'm just even with this Gemini energy coming up. You and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, so you two are extremely intelligent. It's just naturally comes to you, just like, so use that intelligence to your advantage, because you could. Let's get some tarot on that. Right, because you're a freaking King of Wands, Virgo. All you need to do is get a plan, because that's what the King of Wands does. And here's the thing too, Virgo. Oh, we got a stack. Oh, we got the star, because there's, all right, Virgo, the King of Wands. He's not the type that he's not going to pour his energy and make plans on and work his plans around things that are going to stress him out, because that's how he's going to burn himself out, because he has so much energy to give, but if we work with our passions, do that, feel our energy there, and start getting a detailed game plan there, Virgo. Then we start getting into this place of hope. When we connect with our dreams, our wishes, listening to our intuition, listen to the higher self, God, Buddha, Jesus, however we connect to the source, and listen and really follow that guidance. All of that, if when, because it happens, we're able to manifest all this stuff, Virgo, again, when we're not operating from a place of stress, because then we're able to hear all of the signals and all of the signs, and you feel that stuff out, and then you'll start literally, your manifestation is just going to just start pouring out. You're just going to start creating stuff like crazy. You're going to start feeling fulfilled, and this cycle is going to start changing, Virgo. But it's something where you got so much action here that needs to be taken if we want to, if we're gonna want to get out of this thing. So take control of your situation, Virgo. Be the emperor. More. Oof, when I tell you we heating up, Virgo, and everything is, everything's waiting on you, Virgo. Because you got Knight of Wands here in reverse. And I mean, Knight of Wands, he's a type that, again, when he's passionate about something, he's taking action. So let this be an indicator, Virgo. Let that be what guides you. If it's not getting you excited, then this may not be the one. It may be it may be covering you on a base level, but is it covering you on a whole level? Is this viewing the whole picture? Because it's not just about just surviving, and just getting by. We want to enjoy this journey as well, So, more. Let's switch back over, Virgo, because there's just more to life than this, Virgo, and especially with where we're in a place now. And the energies have been moving this way for a while, where this needing to be like in places of stress and constant tension and pressure, and like we can do this more efficiently. We can be in a place where we can do what we love, and we can find a, where'd that go? We can find, oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. We can find a balance in this stuff, Virgo, but we gotta if things just, if they're not resonating with you, if they're not motivating you, if it's not speaking to you, if it's just seriously got you in this place of just let's find a way to channel this heat somewhere else, channel let's channel that somewhere, and then let's see what we manifest, because I bet it's Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. I'm with it, Virgo, and I hope I wasn't coming at you. It's just, listen, and you'll know what I mean, Virgo, when I'm saying like this feeling of stress and stuff. If you just come home every day and it's just sort of like, and then like thinking like, crap, I got to get back up and do this again tomorrow. Is that really where things have come to, And again, this is a judgment-free zone, but these are questions that we ask ourselves, when we're feeling this, when life's letting us know that our cups are empty here, that like, hey, I'm on the wrong way, that we've been doing this, we've been feeling this thing for a while, but this is no longer, you got all you can out of this, Virgo. We gotta look at these new opportunities that are coming here, but I'm gonna get back into your reading. If anything resonated with you, Virgo, give it a thumbs up, and share this, because man, I would love to see Virgos just kind of freed up from stress, and really putting their abilities to where they want to, because Virgo, when you're doing things, I feel like, for all of us, but I feel like when you do things that, like you in particular, do things that you want to do, it not only just benefits you, you are a sign of service and really know how to elevate people in a way that is, they look at Virgo as the perfectionist, but it's not that it's perfectionism in the sense that like you want people to, you know how to help people embody the best versions of themselves. You can do a quick up down and it's like, yup. But Virgo, I feel like I say this quite often with your sign, and if you know someone who's doing this, tell them, like, hey, are you happy? I see you raising everybody. Have you raised your vibration here recently? Have you been of service to yourself, and then do that, Virgo. I'm still trying to get back into your reading. So we've shared, and then tell those people when they're done. Self-caring and all of that, and getting on back on their direction. Subscribe, and then hit that bell button. They'll get notified when I release videos each week. And then social media, I got something kind of cooking up in the mix, so stay tuned for that, Virgo. But I am on this app, Insight Timer. I have Facebook and Instagram. I just followed someone on Instagram. What that means, we're still figuring it out. I followed them, and then now I don't know where, I'm trying to figure out where they went. Or like, how do I check their technology? I'm on Insight Timer, an app that I'm an expert at. But they have a free version, premium version if you want it, but I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a little group there that I drop positive affirmations every day. So if you need a little pick me up through this, or if you happen to get through this thing and you started to do your own stuff, you're in your King of Wands energy and you want to, I don't know, drop some mad wisdom, Virgo, because you're wise. Drop some, that's the whole point of the group, to just like kind of uplift everyone. And then as it grows, I want to start scheduling like different meditations and things like that. So we'll just see. And again, that group is called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. So come on over there, Virgo. I'd love to see you. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your chart, or maybe you're, I hope this Cancer is not putting you under any kind of pressure or anything, but if you're working with the Cancer, come check out my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping, down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. Because Virgo, man, you got the Ten of Wands upright. But I like where that's going. Hold on, let's get your oracle card here. Interesting. And you got the shapeshift card. And I like that, Virgo, because this is like that Gemini card. This is going to be a time that if we choose to release this burden and try new opportunities, the shapeshift card is saying, be adaptable. And be flexible in all of this. And don't be afraid to try something new, Virgo, because this could be something that if we're not sure what our calling is or whatever that is, find a way to get this job where you're not so stressed if we're working somewhere, or if we own a place. See if we can get this place to a more kind of stable level and just kind of figure out if, what we're doing. But also with this Ten of Wands, Virgo, it doesn't have to be, carry these wands, I feel like because this wasn't like, how do I want to put this? The Ten of Wands is like a card of like carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders, of that, you've just been kind of going, and you're past E. You're like running on fumes at this point. But I feel that, Virgo, this is just asking you to just kind of put this stuff down for a second, really, and just kind of evaluate where things are at. If we're cool with where we're working at, how do we relieve some of this tension? And if where we're working at or what we're doing is causing this tension, how do we get to that next chapter? How does that look? And because the nice thing about the tens is, it's next. It's just when we get our action figured out, or figure what we want to do, then it's just taking action. So, and I feel that, Virgo, you're going to get on top of this. Especially your kings might have been in reverse, but your the culmination of the kings, the emperor, is upright. And so once you find your energy in this, Virgo, and find your calling, I feel like you're going to feel way better and more confident in what you're doing, and more energy to rise to this occasion, as opposed to pouring your energy into something that doesn't resonate with you. So I hope that made sense, Virgo, but I think I'm gonna leave that there. So stay safe out there. And Virgo, if we've been stressed, tired, anything, really focus on raising your vibration. I got you, Virgo. After you're up here, oh, look at how tired you are. You're on the, looks like you fell asleep, Virgo. That's fine. Rest up. Kidding, but I'm not kidding. Rest up, and I will catch you on the next one later.